There we go. So you feel like you've experienced a bit of improvement with your monster this week.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. And it's thanks to a number of things, I guess. My wife first, she's been a big part of it in just sort of pointing out how horrible I was, I guess, but in a nice way, and trying to sort of push me in the right direction. So I guess over the last week or so, I've been researching it a lot more because I didn't really understand it very much. But you've got to understand that this has been going on now for a long time. I can't remember when the itching started. And it started off as this crawling under my skin, and I'd go and see doctors, and because I was quite young at that point, they'd be saying, oh, use a bit of moisturizer, or you've probably got a bit of dry skin, and I didn't have dry skin. And so that was a little bit annoying. And then things started to progress. And it's only been over the last maybe 6 months to a year that it's really come on quite strong, and the hot flashes have really started, and the rage was just something that tipped over the edge, I think. That was quite upsetting for me and my wife. And in the end, it's a case of, okay, well, I really need to start researching a lot more, looking in. That's when I came out, actually happened upon your Facebook group, because I think I put the word menopause in or something, or perimenopause or something, because I was just desperate. I thought there's got to be some groups. If there's not groups, there's a problem here.
Yeah.
Because we're not taught about it as young women. We're not warned about it as young women. And then when we're adults, no one's going to sit there and start teaching us about, life later on in life. So I don't think when you get the symptoms, when you get all of the symptoms, I don't think that you're prepared for it at all. You've got no idea what's going to happen.
Yeah. And the thing is, it's a
So
great.
yeah, so what's changed is, yeah, that's right. So I think what's changed is more research, and more looking into and learning about it and understanding it a little bit more. But look, it's early days, and I can't turn around and say that all of a sudden I'm not going to flip my lid. But hopefully, what I'd be able to do is understand that it's coming on and go, okay, you need to walk away from something, or take a few deep breaths, or lie on a pool noodle, or whatever it is that might help. Um, and what I took from the Facebook page, which my wife has constantly been at me and telling me, is just be good to yourself in terms of what you put in your body, as well as what we're doing outside. And I've always been quite a big drinker. I really enjoy a bottle or two of wine every now and again, and I don't think that's been helping me very much either.
No.
So we're just over a week now, just over a week with not one single glass of wine. So I'm getting there.
Yeah, it does take that lifestyle change, doesn't it? Lifestyle shifts. Mm.
Mm. Yeah, that's exactly right. But it's one step at a time, because, like I say, it's early days.
Yeah, yeah. But you will get there, and this too shall pass. They do settle
Mm.
down. It just can be a rocky road getting through the process. Mm.
Yeah, I think there was a lady on the page. I don't think it was you. I think there was another lady on the page, and she said, "Just remember, this is not your new normal.
Yeah.
It's temporary," and that was nice to hear.
Because yeah, it can feel like you've lost yourself forever, but you do come back. I can tell you that.
Yeah, yeah, that's good.
Yeah. um, and are you taking 40 plus or 55 plus or anything? The supplements that we.
No, so I've just started on some super magnesium, just a generic brand from the chemist. So we've just started on that. But I've seen a couple of the advertisements for things, and I guess what I'm doing is looking at what other people have been taking and seeing how they're going. So I'd be really interested in getting a little bit of advice about that, for sure.
Yeah, magnesium is great. That's absolutely great. We have 40 plus and 55 plus, which they're just 3 herbal root extracts with hundreds of years of use. But the thing with them, and this is what you've got to look for really in with supplements, is that they've been through pharmaceutical grade clinical trials, which is what sets them apart. Because the science, you can't argue with science, right? But not everything works for everybody. Everyone's got to find their own way through this journey. Mm.
Yeah, that's right. But that would be great if you could send me a couple of links to those particular products, the 40 plus, because I'm 45 now, so that would be great.
Okay. And you feel like this started for you around 40, around the age of 40?
I think probably a little bit earlier. I think I was an early bloomer. I haven't had any children of my own.
Yeah.
My wife has got 3 boys, and we've been together since the youngest was in nappies, and now he's 13. So, although I have children, I've never had children myself. So I believe that they've done a little bit of research, and not everybody, but a lot of women that don't have children are prone to start menopause early. So I probably would put myself down around about 38, maybe, when that came about. So maybe 7 years ago. The itching started a lot sooner. So there was obviously something happening further down the track. But yeah, but it really started. The itching really came on about 7 years ago, where it was becoming unbearable, and I was constantly taking antihistamines, maybe a week out of every month, just antihistamines.
Yeah. The itching, I've had itching. The itching's so frustrating, isn't it? And especially when you don't know why,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
But at least when you have a reason, there's something to fight against, I suppose.
Well, that's right. Well, I was all of a sudden jumping out of bed and hopping out of bed and going, just hairs or something in the bed, and like, vacuuming the bed, and we might have even just changed the sheets, but I'm vacuuming the bed, and there's something's in, and wiping it down. And poor Nell, who's my wife, she'd sort of just hop out with me and go, oh, okay, and start trying to help me out. So she's been very lovely. She's been an angel, and I think that having another woman around me, she's 40, so she's not going through anything just yet, I don't think, but having that understanding is so good, because I'm not sure I would have got the understanding otherwise.
Yeah. Yeah. I was going to ask you how old she was. Yeah. But at least
So
she will have an awareness now.
yeah, that's exactly right, and she's very understanding with it. And look, she's a woman, so she's sort of, I think I'm worrying her. I don't think she wants to go through the same, but hopefully she won't. Well,
Yeah.
her mom,
Not everyone
her
does.
mom, yeah, well, her mom went through life without any symptoms whatsoever. She said she didn't have many symptoms at all. My mother, she had a few. I think I remember having the hot flashes, but I've spoken to her about it recently, and she said, well, I can't really, that part of my life is a bit of a blur, to be honest with you, so I can't really remember that, but I don't really think I had bad symptoms. Maybe a hot flash here and there, but that's about it. And obviously I did look at the possibilities of HRT, but on both sides of my family, there is cancer: breast cancer, ovarian cancer, uterine cancer, and also in the males as well. So I look at that and think, I'm not sure I would really like to risk that.
Yeah, I think that's really a personal choice. And again, it's like anything. Some women don't do well on it. Some women do, some women don't. It it's a very personal journey. So,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
a matter of trial and error.
Yeah, well, it's good to know I'm not alone. That's for sure. Because there are some women that I've been going through some of the posts and reading some of the comments, and they're clearly been having the same issues and come through the other end, and some are in the middle of them, and you just feel like you're being an overreactive woman, I guess.
Mm.
That's what it makes me feel like. And I think it was a bit of a crashing point last week, and things had to change. And the only things that you can change is what you put in your mouth, and what you so even going to the gym has made me feel a lot better and a lot more energized as well, which is great. I haven't been to the gym for years, so I've been a bit
Oh,
sore this week.
oh, wow. That's cool. Yeah, but it's a good sore, don't you think? Mm.
No, I wouldn't call it a good store, but some people like that. But I'm just going to carry on, and I'm sure it will get less and less.
Yeah, I know. It's funny. And yeah, food has a lot to do with it, unprocessed food and things like that. It's amazing. It kind of takes us back to nature in a way. Mm.
Yeah, it does.
Mm.
Yes, absolutely. Well, we've been talking about processed foods. I am guilty of having a shake for breakfast. I do have a particular brand of shakes, which I won't talk about, obviously, because we're on here. But yeah, they've been great in terms of just curbing that break, because I'm a breakfast, lunch, dinner kind of person with snacks in between, and I'm one of those people. So it's
Yeah.
been great to sort of just help me out in the mornings and stop me from going for toast, like that starchy sort of stuff. So that's really helped me out, and then just having a nice salad, same with dinner, and it's actually been quite not been too bad. So I just need to carry on with it.
Yeah. That's great though. It's so good. Great. And I'm so appreciative of you sharing your story with us and with the ladies, with the rest of the community, because that's how you do learn that you're not alone when you hear other women talking about their experiences, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah, that's right. It's been, look, Jennifer, it's been every symptom. I think the libido was the one of the biggest upsets for me. Sex drive just went from, I mean, I've always had relatively high sex drive from when I was late teens, I guess. And then for all of a sudden, it wasn't just a little bit lower, it was gone. Like, I mean, completely gone. And I guess a number of factors with that. You know, I'd not really been bothered about weight issues and that together, because my wife makes me feel very comfortable. So I'd never really had that issue before in terms of that. But then all of a sudden I did, and that was quite upsetting, really. And but again, having somebody that understands and can say, no, that's okay. You're going through this, and we'll go through it together. Has been really, really helpful, because that, from going from hero to zero basically, and but slow, even over this last week, looking after myself that little bit more, I feel as though I'm starting to come back to normal. I don't think I'll ever get back to when I was my early 20s again.
No.
God forbid if I did, but it's nice to know that I'm not made of wood.
Yeah, I hear you. Yeah, absolutely. I
Mm.
shared with you some stories on that I'd written, didn't I, in the group, I think, from
Yes, you did. I've not had time to look at them, unfortunately. Yes, we've been super busy with work. I do vehicle wraps and graphics. I've got my own business doing that, and Nellie's, she's got her own landscape maintenance business.
Oh
So
wow.
that, with the three boys as well, we've been under the pump. So I sort of get online when I can, and by the time we've got home and then we've fed the kids and finally sat down to do something,
Busy,
it's.
busy.
But I will have a little look at them.
How old are the boys?
And the boys are 13, 14, and 17.
Wow. Have you told them what you're experiencing?
Yes, to a degree.
Uh,
So sometimes we pre-warn them. They're actually really good, because we would let them know when we, look, I'm coming up to my period now. You need to understand, I'm going to be a mega bitch. Okay. And so when all of a sudden you sort of hit the roof about something ridiculous, they sort of go, and they almost go to argue, but I think they remember the warning, and they go, and they think twice and walk away. So they're really good kids. They're good boys. We don't have any trouble with them. They're loud. That's about the only trouble we really have with them, and that's not even that much of a big deal. So they're good boys, and they are understanding, and I think hopefully it will make them very understanding husbands.
Absolutely. I was just thinking that, that's amazing. More power to you. That's great.
Yeah,
Oh,
we
thank
hope.
you, Emmy, so much. And is it
No
lovely
worries.
warm in Brisbane?
It's a beautiful day today, yes, and we've got to go and install in it though, so we'll probably be slapping a lot of sunscreen on today.
Right.
But it's a beautiful day. The temperature is 24, and it's going to be going up to about 28.
Oh,
So
wow.
we've got yeah, it's a very nice day today. Very nice day. Perfect for me. This anything more, and it gets a little bit too hot. Being English and all, so.
All right. Okay. How long have you been in Australia?
16 years now.
Long time. Love it. Love it. It's
Yeah, it is, and I can't wait to visit New Zealand again. My wife, her dad is Maori, so
oh,
and her mom is Danish. So we're going to be heading to Europe soon and going to Denmark, and then we'll have another trip over to New Zealand to take the kids there.
oh, that sounds amazing. Fantastic.
Yeah, it will be. But
Mm.
I do appreciate the Facebook page that you guys have got on. It's really helpful, and I just think there should be a little bit more of it, to be quite honest, because there's not enough about for women like myself and you, and it's a bit of a tough slog. So
Yeah.
I just hope that anybody that's going through the same can really, um, I don't know, just take a bit of advice from other people. It's taking this, another lady put, just take the advice that you want to take. You don't have to take all of the advice. It's just what you want to take from it, and trial and error. And I think that the advice that I really took from it was just be kind to yourself. And my wife has been telling me that for years. But sometimes it takes outsiders to point it out as well before you really put it into action.
And it does. And I think once you hit perimenopause slash menopause, post-menopause, that actual being kind to yourself and self-care becomes a non-negotiable. Whereas before it
Yeah,
was,
yeah,
it sounded like nice little flighty light stuff, but it's actually really crucial for us. So,
yeah.
mm. So okay,
Yeah, I think so. We're
lovely.
just over the week as we sort of prove that. And
Yeah, yeah.
we've got a great little time delay here. Hey,
Yeah, I know. It's lagging, isn't it? It's really frustrating. It's probably mine. I seem to be having a little bit of problem with my um, internet lately. So,
that's so good. Well, thanks very much. Yes, it's lovely to speak to you, and I'll be seeing you online, no doubt.
yeah. Okay, great. And I'll send you that info too. I'll send you some links. Mm.
Cheers. Thanks,
Thank you.
Jennifer.
Have a great day. See
Take
you.
care.
Bye.
Bye.